Florida. There's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here. As it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Miami Dolphins. On the visitor sideline, Patriot head coach Mike Vrabel. These guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys, on the other hand, came out on top in their opener, so they'll try to make it to 2-0. The first game's out of the way. Time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in week 2. A nice little juke. So here come the Patriots to take over on offense. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
It's a gain of 9.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of catches, 58 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes, has good hands, and knows how to get open.
And he's going to have the Patriots first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
A gain of 10 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Straight ahead, Gibson. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, here's Stevenson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 44-yard line. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2nd down and 8. The tight end Henry here in motion. They'll throw with May. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Here's May. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by Mika Fitzpatrick. And the Dolphins are going to get the football back at their own 17. I'm not sure that you can say that the rain caused that interception, but look, it's clear that throwing the football is going to be tough in these conditions.
No doubt about it, and different quarterbacks handle it different ways. Some guys think the rain isn't a big deal, but wind affects them a little bit more. But you have to wonder, will these conditions hold scoring down? Are we going to have like a 9-6 type of a game? And then the pressure goes on the punters, who often hold for field goal attempts. Can they handle the snap and get the ball down so they can kick it?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after him.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Credit the sack there to Harold Landry.
Now, I know we're only 2 plays in, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, something has to change with the protection, and they can't wait to halftime to make an adjustment.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. but the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
31 yards on the punt there. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with Stevenson. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
To throw, it's May. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Stevenson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. Throwing here is May. Caught on the slant. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't work too well.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here, and now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up the throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
Got a punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And they call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Possession back to the Patriots. Ramondre Stevenson headed out with the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Now he's looking just to add to his totals. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division. And they're going to sack him again, the 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
Partner, you got to check this out because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline because they all went over to congratulate their punter because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Running left is Stevenson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Jack Campbell running him down behind the line.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's...
The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Calling a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Bryce Behringer now.
Formation for the Patriots.
Officially, and it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Patriots take over. New England trying to get a place on offense. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Stevenson gets it again on 2nd down. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd.
They're going to throw. May. And Diggs has it. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
It's 4th down.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt.
Formation for the Patriots.
Hardman on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Miami set to take over. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
And the Dolphins, first down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
Now he's going to step up and run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Gordon. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll drop to throw. Now, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's their quarterback as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
The point after threw the raindrops up and good. And the lead is now 2. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Pats at the line ready to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. To the air, May. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So these two teams off to their locker rooms for intermission, and that means we go to Orlando. Here's Scott Hansen.
Our trip around the NFL starts now. At Lambeau Field in Green Bay, the Packers at home to take on the Commanders. And it's Jordan Love. One of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. The Packers are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Got another one to get to right now. How about Gang Green? The Jets, they're playing host to the Buffalo Bills. And this is Josh Palmer. It's fired deep downfield. He's right there to secure it. 80 yards on the catch and run for the touchdown. The Bills, trying to bounce back from a Week 1 loss, they lead at the half. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And this is Kendre Miller. Spots an opening, capitalizes on it, 15 yards for the touchdown. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Saints looking for a 2-0 start. They lead at the half. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. In the game you're watching, both teams making a strong case in this one, a 2-point differential at the break. As we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Oh, nice move. And a nifty return there all the way across the 40. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the Colts, so they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
That'd be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the 3rd quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Up the middle, here's Stevenson. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 63 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ballgame. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Again, it's Stevenson. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
From the shotgun, it's May. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's good for a Patriots 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Has not been a big game for him throwing the football. I think he feels like, let's try something different. Let's use the legs here and see if we can make some plays.
And no passing touchdowns, yardage not where he would like it. Try something new, it worked there. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back all into the line of scrimmage. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw here. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. He couldn't get away there on 3rd down. The pressure too much, and he's sacked for a loss of 12.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
On the counter, it's Taylor. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Taylor.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run.
Complete to Antonio Gibson. Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A gain of 4.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. But we'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4.
On play action, May.
Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Stevenson. They will look for some important yardage on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 60-yard boot.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6.
Now a handoff. Stevenson.
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture. That's downfield. He's got Taylor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
24 yards. And the Dolphins first down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Keon White got in there for the sack.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Here's Jones on the return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Play action, May.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Miami's offense set and ready to go.
A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down, make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
2nd and 9 now.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you got the lead in the 4th, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Well, they've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. And maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the
They'll run. Here's Devon Achane.
fights through it. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
He'll look to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. His first career touchdown pass, and, you know, it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
Important extra point up and through. And it might seal the deal as that makes it a 2-score game here with not a lot of time remaining. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Patriots now down by 9. A minute 55 remaining. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. They'll throw with May. That's complete. Demario Douglas with it. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
To throw, it's May. He gets this complete to Diggs. And he goes out right around the 39.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for a Patriots.
Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And ultimately, this won't go for much, maybe a couple, but boy, he showed off that make-you-miss ability that certainly is in his arsenal.
The 42-yard line. It's a pickup of
throwing here is May. Hunter Henry brings it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
And the Patriots first down.
Here's May. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Dolphins are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The victory very likely now for the Dolphins as they take a knee here. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Miami, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi everyone, Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty to get to here. We begin in South Florida. The Dolphins at home to take on the New England Patriots. And it's the rookie from Alabama, Jalen Milroe. He's going to find a man. It's an 11-yard touchdown pass. The Dolphins got the win in this one by 9. Next up, how about a trip to Vegas, everybody? Checking in on the Raiders as they play host to the LA Chargers. And it's the rookie first-round draft pick, Omarion Hampton. He's going to find a crease and take it 13 yards to the end zone. The Chargers get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. Lastly, let's go down to the Big Easy. The New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers. And it's the second-year man, Spencer Rattler. A 4-yard touchdown pass in the box score. The Saints find a way to pull this one out as they escape with the narrow win. Until next week, Scott Hansen, good night from Orlando.